Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free.
Hey everyone, RG here and welcome back to a brand new Sims 4 speed build on the channel. I hope you're all doing amazing. And first and foremost, you know what, talking about amazing, I think I have to say it, I hope you are really doing okay, you know, with everything that's going on in the past few weeks around the world. And you know, you remember just a few weeks ago we had the COVID-19 going crazy around the world, and now we have some other not really nice news going on. And I just honestly I hope you're all doing all right. And you know, sometimes I feel like I'm some sort of a place for you to run from the everyday problems, and I'm supposed to like give you a brief moment of pleasure and enjoyment. So I will try to do that. Okay, I'll keep do my creations over here, and I'll keep try and mind your mind on something else except the things that are going on in your life. So you know what, without further ado, let's start talking about this build and the fact that this build, of course, is the sequel, you can call it, to my previous build, which was related to weddings, because we are building a bakery for weddings. And by that I mean that this bakery is going to be for wedding cakes. Now you do remember that in the pack, the wedding pack, we received some sort of a booth to buy your wedding cake, and I didn't like it one bit. I said, no, that's not gonna happen. Definitely not if you are a follower of RGeetect, because I'm gonna create a bakery that is totally worth going to buy your cake for the wedding, right? So, and of course, in the background you actually can see the previous build, which is the previous build regarding weddings. No, that is the build before the previous build. So you know what I mean. I've built so many things. I've built the bridal shop for bridal dresses, and I built the suit shop, and I built the wedding yacht for actually getting married. And I said that I'm gonna create even a wedding cake bakery. So here we are, and yeah, so I decided I want to create it in the design of really maybe even sophisticated one. I didn't want it to be fluffy and pink, because I already created like Little Mama's Bakery, and that was really pink. So I decided like, we'll try to make it sophisticated, even more realistic, or even more, I don't know, I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but there are really awesome things over here that will give you that sophistication look, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we are in Magnolia Map, which of course, as you can see, it was the map that I made most of my builds related to the wedding pack. So I kind of had the idea maybe to create the Magnolia Map to be a wedding pack supporter, maybe. All the builds that you need to have in order to have the perfect wedding, I've created in this map, except the bridal saloon. But don't worry, because I got you. I have one more wedding related build that I have in mind, and believe me, it will blow your mind, because I'm gonna do you a huge favor building that, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You're just gonna need to stay tuned and see. Maybe it will be the next build. I'll try to make it the next build. But yeah. So we are on Magnolia Map on 20 by 20. This is the tiniest lot in this map. And we are making that wedding cakes bakery. And I gotta tell you that there are many problems right now in the game. I don't even need to tell you that. You probably know that. I know that the community is kind of, I don't know, very vocal about it, that there are many problems, because each player, you know, encountering different problems and sharing them. Now, honestly, I gotta tell you that because I'm more creating builds, and yes, I'm playing the game, but I'm more creating builds. Anything related to gaming I haven't experienced yet. there were some problems that I want to share with you in this build related to selling the cakes. And I do not know if they fixed it. Like, I tried to do another test a few moments before I recorded this voiceover, and by that time the problem still there. So I'll share it with you in a bit, but I just want you to see that actually when I created this build, I decided that I want to create the bakery itself, and around it give the vibe of a neighborhood. So I some sort of created a tiny neighborhood around it. Most of the buildings, not most of them, all of them around here are non-functional. But they are all from the new pack, and I just gotta tell you, I really love them. They give you that that city vibe that is just perfect to be at the background of the bakery. I just love it. So you know what? Let's talk about some problems that you might encounter right now in the bakery. Now, the bakery itself is working. Okay, it's working. You don't need to worry about that. I play tested it. I really enjoyed playing it. However, there are a few things that you need to have in mind and remember when you are playing it. Now, of course, you can play this as the owner, or you can play it as someone that coming over to buy and purchase their wedding cake. Oh, and right now you can see me, by the way, creating some sort of I don't know, grass popping between the cracks on the ground. I used to make them like a lot, and then I kind of left them alone. I decided I'm not gonna do them, but recently I saw my good friend Pug creating builds with them, so I said, why not do that also in my build. But anyway, some problems that you might encounter. Now, as I said, you can play this build as the owner, and if you do that, it is super fun. You're gonna have here the kitchen that you can create all the things that you want, and you're gonna have the ability to display four or five, I think 5 wedding cakes all at the same time. Now, 2 of them are gonna be displayed in the window display area, and 3 of them will be displayed on the counters. You're also gonna have another section with the fridge, the display fridge, which means that you can also like play this bakery as normal bakery. It doesn't have to be only for cakes, you know what I mean? And few things that you must know. First of all, and this is a problem, I think it's a problem, I see it as a problem, the game right now you cannot sell, listen up, you cannot sell wedding cakes other than to local bakery, you know what I mean? That's another option that you can do. You can create like a wedding wedding cake bake wedding cake, okay, and you can sell it to a local bakery. So many cake and bakery, that's blew my mind. Anyway, you can sell it to a local bakery. But if you want to sell it in a retail shop, you can only do that if you do not have the toppers on the cake. People, if you tried to sell those cakes and you have the topper on, you cannot mark it as for sale, which drove me crazy. I thought that this is a total bug in the game. I still think it's a bug in the game. You're still supposed to be able to sell them. However, if you think about it, it's like putting a table with, I don't know, a PC on it for sale in the game. I don't think that the Sims can buy the like the table once something is attracted on it, like magnetized on it, like another object. You know what I mean? The PC is snapped to the table, so you cannot sell the table. So it's kind of working the same. I think they should give you the option to sell the cake with the topper on, because you cannot display the beauty of the cake, the full beauty, the full package, without the topper, you know what I mean? So there is another way around it that you can kind of work with it, what you need to do, and I did it over here, so you just need to listen up closely. Once you are selling the cakes that you have in the game, like in the build here, and I will upload it with cakes, I believe, if they will load into your game, I'm not quite sure, but I will try. Once you're selling the cakes, the topper will stay in the, like it will float. because I did not like snap it to the cake, I used the tool mod to raise it just a bit above the cake, so it's not snapping to the cake. You know what I mean? So once the Sims will buy the cake, the topper will still be floating above the table. So that way you still have the toppers when you are displaying the cake or the cakes, but you still can sell them. You see what I did over there? Now this is something else that you need to remember. If you want to sell cakes in here, definitely if you're placing them right now, you can see the tables. If you're placing them on the tables, you must have, at least in my like experience, you must have your chef or your baker to have the master chef life goal. You must have it, because when you are a master chef in the game, the craftables, like the cooking and anything that you baking, they will not spoil. So you can place all your cakes wherever you want, and that actually give you the option to place them on the table and not like wait for them to get spoiled after 8 hours or something like that. You know what I mean? Now, another thing that you can do is actually place them on the like inside the fridge that you have in the kitchen, and they will not spoil, and then just replace them with the one that you just sold. Basically, that's what I do. I create the cakes. I create like 10 cakes. I put 5 on display, and once something is sold, I just replace it. Now, because you have the toppers, just make sure that you're placing the cakes that will fit the topper height that I play with the tool. And that way you can sell another cake with the topper on without selling it with the topper. You know what I mean? You just need to, yeah, that's annoying because you're supposed to be able to sell the cakes with the topper on. I hope they will fix it. Now, another thing that I can suggest to you, by the way, if I haven't said it, so you do have another section on top of this build. It's only small one, 3x3, but I do know that many of you don't like to travel all the way back to home every time you are finishing your job. So 3x3, it's enough space to put another bed and maybe a shower, because all the other stuff you have here. You have a kitchen here, you have a toilet room. So you can create that 3x3 on top of this build, some sort of place for your Sims to just chill or spend the night. Okay, now another tip that I can give you regarding this build and generally regarding retail shop like this right now, and now we are creating the kitchen. Another very important tip that I can give you is to lock the kitchen door from Sims that are not the employees or you, like the baker. Do that, because if you're not gonna do that, many Sims gonna just barge in and eat your cakes. Because yes, if you didn't know, if you're gonna place some cakes on the display unit or inside the fridge or on the counters, and you're not gonna mark them as for sales, Sims will just, random Sims that coming over will just come over and grab something to eat from them. So yeah, if you just want to give the vibe of someone tasting the cake, that's actually something that I did. I created one cake and just placed it, and it looks like people are tasting it. You know what I mean? It is just perfect for that. But if you have some cakes that you don't want to be tasted, make sure to place them on sale or place them in the fridge inside the locked kitchen, because random Sims will come over and try to eat your food. So make sure to do that. Now, if you want to play this as the consumer, just like always, buy this retail shop with a Sims, put it like, open it, and just let him and just go and play your other Sims. From that moment on, the bakery will start working. Now, if you are curious and you want to know when you have the retail shop, all the perks that brings you more money and stuff like that, on a daily average, I made 2,500 simoleons from selling cakes in here, and only 500 restock or making the cakes. Now, never restock, always recreate. This is another thing that you need to know. Now, if you want to see my other builds related to the wedding pack, you're more than welcome to check out some of my creations. I will put them right now on the screen as cards, and of course, maybe check out some of my other videos. Also, let me know what you think about this build. Share your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new here, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed. Until the next time, keep that Sims party going for me and enjoy the tour. I'll see you again. RGeetect is signing off.
Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the tide. And the match that drew a spark was a single stolen kiss. And if that ain't love, I don't know what is. I've kept my feelings grounded and gone without, all kept within. By these high walls I've been surrounded, walls to her eyes only paper thin. 'Cause now a wildfire is raging deep inside, and my heartstrings are pulling like the turn